Hey, what's up guys, Rare Bishop here and welcome back to my channel. Today we have some Black Ops 2 gameplay for you. That's right, this game is finally out for everyone to play, as I'm sure most of you know since it sold about 7 million copies the first night it was out. This video will be my first impressions video of the multiplayer. I've spent several hours with it, and by no means is this a review or is this my final thoughts. Obviously it's just my initial impressions and what I think so far and what I think the game can actually do better to succeed. And first off, let's start with the two loadouts that I'm having the most fun with. First off, I have an MP7 with a silencer, fast mag, and quick draw, because I'm using the primary gunfighter wildcard, which allows you to put a third attachment on your primary weapon. And speaking of the MP7, that seems to be the gun most people are using, at least at the start anyway, because most of the guns are so hidden behind the later unlocks that you don't have very many weapons to choose from. So most people are choosing the MP7 as their go-to gun, and you can't really fault them for it, because the MP7 is a damn good gun in both Modern Warfare 3, as we all know, and in Black Ops 2. And my perks in that class are Hardline, mainly due to the fact that that's the only real perk one that I so far can do anything with, or that I actually think is worth it. Then I have Toughness for perk 2, which allows you to not flinch as much when you're shot, which is very similar to the weapon proficiency that was in Modern Warfare 3, and I think that is a perk that is one of the best perks in the game actually. Then my third perk is Tac Mask, which you don't see as many people use, flashbangs, because they're unlocked I think at level 30, or around level 30, or concussions or anything, but when they do throw them, they are powerful. They are more powerful in this game than any other Call of Duty. So I try to use Tac Mask. And I'm also using a regular grenade and stuff like that. And then my next class is the MTAR, which I was a big fan of the TAR in Modern Warfare 2, as many people were, because it was some people call it overpowered. I call it just a very good, well-balanced weapon. So I'm using the MTAR with Reflex Sight, which is just a red dot sight from past Call of Duty games, and Fast Mag, which simply allows you to reload your weapon faster. And I'm also using Perk 3 Greed as my wild card, because I'm using Tac Mask, which I talked about earlier, and then Dexterity, which allows you to pull up your weapon faster after sprinting, and allows you to mantle over objects and stuff faster. And I'm using Hardline at perk 1 again, and Toughness at perk 2. And then, so those are the two classes I'm having the most fun using. That can obviously, change with time, and as my opinions will obviously change. But those are the two classes I'm having the most fun with. And I think the MP7 will be used a lot by people. So probably by the time this game loses its appeal, people will just say, oh, the MP7 was so overpowered, everybody uses it. So we'll have to see about that. And up next, I'd like to talk about the two maps that I really enjoy. The first one is Raid, which is a map based in, I think, Hollywood Hills, and it's kind of like a little mansion and a little cul-de-sac area, and I just really like it. I like the flow of it. I like the fact that there's a Zen garden that most of the action will take place in, depending on what game mode you're playing, like Kill Confirmed or whatever. But I like the flow of it. I like how it handles it. It's a medium-sized map, so it's not extremely action-packed like the game you're seeing right now on Hijacked, which is probably the smallest map included in Black Ops 2 if you don't count Nuketown. And I like the flow of it. I like the feel of it. And that's just, that's why it's one of my favorites. And then Plaza, which most people seem to not like at the moment, is the kind of nightclub-looking map with the techno music and the neon lighting and all that. I just like it. I like the look of it. I like night maps because it makes it to where it's a little easier to see, especially with their improved lighting. So I really like that. And if you have a map you like so far that you've enjoyed playing on, let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm interested to see what other people think about the maps and what their favorite one is. And then next up, Scorestreaks. As you can see in this game, I'm using I think it's UAV, because everybody seems to be using UAV. The Hellstorm missile, which is basically the Predator missile, but you can also cluster it and make it spread into, I think, 8 or 9 different pieces and get more people. Or you can use it as a regular Predator missile if you want. And I'm using the Lightning Strike, which is a very, very good score streak. Sorry, not kill streak. No longer kill streaks. Very good score streak, where airplanes will fly across the map. Basically, it's similar to, it's half mortar team, half airstrike, and it's just if people are anywhere in the vicinity, it is damn brutal. It is brutal. And those are the two score streaks. So I'm gonna keep calling them kill streaks, I guess, until it just get in my head that that's no longer what they're called. But score streaks, those are two score streaks I really enjoy. They're not something that that are. I don't think they're overpowered. I don't think they need to be nerfed. I just think they, until people figure out exactly what those score streaks look like and what they are, they'll eventually, people will get out of the way and they'll eventually start calming down a little bit. But and the two issues, and I'll go ahead and talk about this, the two issues that are bothering me in Black Ops 2. The first one is the grenades, and this is mainly something that's been in every Call of Duty, but I don't really understand why it's still here. You throw a grenade, or somebody throws a grenade, and the grenade will literally roll up a hill, or sometimes it'll roll down a hill. Obviously down a hill makes more sense, but sometimes it'll just roll on a standard flat surface to you, and then it will kill you. It makes no sense why the grenades are all of a sudden heat seeking, and then why the grenades also seem to, I mean, it doesn't make any real sense why they do that. And it's something that has always bothered me from the last few Call of Duty games. And the blast radius is also, at least from what I can tell so far on these grenades, are huge. The blast radius, and it's something that I think needs to be fixed. And it's not something that is game breaking or something that's going to sit there and make me not play the game. It's a little nitpicking thing. And the other thing that bothers me nitpicking is, as you can see when I'm getting these kills, the score is showing up on the screen. The score is extremely small. Like if it's plus 10, plus 50, whatever it is, it's small. It's not, you're so used to, and it's something you probably just have to get used to, I'm sure. You're so used to in Modern Warfare 3 or in Black Ops 1 or whatever, the score being like yellow, and then the score being a little bit bigger, and so it kind of pops and you know what you're doing. Here it's a little bit more difficult, and if they didn't have hit markers in Call of Duty games, I probably wouldn't even know I'm getting the kill, because sometimes I can't see the actual score. So I mean, those are two small nitpicking things. Obviously I don't have huge issues that I'm having with the game right now, because I've only played it for about a day and a half now, so I can't really say, oh, this right here is what's gonna make me stop playing it. Just two little small issues that won't make or break it for anybody who's actually playing the game. So if you have played Black Ops 2, which I'm sure majority of you listening to this commentary have, let me know what you think of it. Let me know in the comments below if you have already given up on it after 2 days, if it's something that you plan on playing for months in, or if you haven't even played it yet. If you haven't played it yet, why have you not played it? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I will see you in the next commentary, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the video.